Good morning, this is Shindo. I'm using this image from a German magazine to throw my 2 cents into this whole immigration ban. Of course, last night, as you may or may not have heard, that has been overturned by one federal judge in Washington State. So, as usual, it hasn't been so long, it's only been a couple of weeks, but as usual, under this new Trump administration, we've got ourselves a real mess. You know what really bothers me is that on either side of any issue nowadays, people seem to act as though because they voted for Trump, they have to support every dumbass thing he does. And people will say, well, Obama did it. Well, now you're putting me in a position to defend Obama, something I don't like doing. I don't like Obama. But the reason why Obama stopped people from Iraq, just Iraq, from coming in for a while was because there were threats to the United States of America coming from Iraq. They had caught people from Iraq who were actually planning terroristic activities. So that is why Obama briefly halted any immigration from Iraq, just Iraq. Trump has stopped immigration from 7 different countries and all refugees over nothing. No credible threat, nothing. Trump and his supporters are the quintessential ugly American. This is the reason why the people who do hate us around the world hate us, is because of this attitude against the rest of the world. It's fine to be proud to be an American. That doesn't mean that you somehow put everyone else in the world in some lower caste system as though they're beneath you. I have a feeling I'm going to get plenty of you trolls on this one. As usual, per usual. Folks, you're horrible people. You are. You're horrible people. You have no moral compass. You have no sense of decency. So you come right here on my comment board and write what you will, because it only exposes you when you do these things. Now, to the article. If you like what I do, subscribe to my channel. Comment like an adult. Even if you don't agree with me, that's fine. I get people who don't agree with me all the time, but they know how to present their side of an argument, and that's fine. I have no problem at all having some argument with someone as long as it is respectful. I am respecting you, so that's what I expect in return. Share my videos and like, as in so many cases, I'm going to get plenty of thumbs down. Now, Reuters, you will find a link to this in the description box. German magazine sparks furor over image of Trump beheading Statue of Liberty. German weekly magazine Der Spiegel sparked controversy at home and abroad on Saturday with a front cover illustration of U.S. President Donald Trump beheading the Statue of Liberty. It depicts a cartoon figure of Trump with a bloodied knife in one hand and the statue head dripping with blood in the other. It carries the caption, "America First." The artist who designed the cover, Adele Rodriguez, a Cuban who came to the United States in 1980 as a political refugee, told the Washington Post, quote, It is a beheading of democracy, a beheading of a sacred symbol, unquote. The cover set off a debate on Twitter and in German and international media, with Alexander Graf Lambsdorff, a member of Germany's Free Democrats and vice president of the European Parliament, describing it as, quote, tasteless. The cover follows a series of attacks on Berlin's policies by Trump and his aides, marking a rapid deterioration of German relations with the United States. Chancellor Angela Merkel was the go-to European ally for former U.S. President Barack Obama, who praised her as, quote, an outstanding partner. Last month, Trump said Merkel had made a, quote, catastrophic mistake with her open-door migration policy, and this week his top trade advisor and said Germany was using a, quote, grossly undervalued euro to gain advantage over the United States and its European partners. No one was available for comment on the Spiegel cover at the U.S. Embassy in Berlin. Well, you know, I agree what he says about Merkel. You know, folks, you don't have to be on one extreme or the other. You can actually use your goddamn brain about these things and come up with a conclusion that, you know what, maybe we shouldn't just have porous borders and allow everybody in. Also, we shouldn't just block 7 countries, every single person from 7 countries from coming in just out of the blue, pull it right out of your ass. Maybe you shouldn't do that either. We live in a society that has all this information literally at your fingertips, and yet we are becoming dumber and dumber and dumber. It is the new Dark Ages. Dark Ages, Part 2. This is Shindo. Have a good Saturday.